Again, welcome back to the show now. Again, in one critical case, actor Vanitha Vijay Kumar's fight for the custody of her son again has taken a decisive shift here. Again, on Thursday, when the child told the court that he would want to stay with his father. Now, Vanitha filed a habeas corpus petition in the Madras High Court to produce her son before the court. Now, she claimed that the son is in illegal custody of her ex-husband Akash, but during the course of the hearing on Thursday, the boy said that he would want to be with his father.
I want to go with my father. I don't want to live with my stepfather.
And other developments, Madras High Court today ordered status quo at Raj Bhavan in petition filed by one Krishnamurthy against the construction of a 500-bed hospital in its premises. Now, recently, Dr. Mayal Vahan Natarajan, the Vice Chancellor of MGR Medical University, announced that the governor has given his consent to allot 4 acres of land in Raj Bhavan to build a 500-bed hospital for the government-run medical university. Now, the petitioner challenged the proposed construction, saying that this would affect one of the most important lung spaces in Chennai.
The ecological balance, the flora, fauna, everything will get disturbed. And moreover, 1,250 acres of land has been constructed from the construction of Mahatma Gandhi Memorial to Snake Park. And furthermore construction, if 500-bed hospital is being constructed, if we have allowed, entire ecological balance will get disturbed, and moreover, the flora, fauna, forest, everything will get destroyed.
And other developments coming in from the Madras High Court today. It was the court upheld the Tamil Nadu Legislative Council Act of 2010, saying that many of the clauses challenged in the 11 petitions were well within the constitutional framework. In what could be a boost for the ruling DMK's efforts to conduct Legislative Council elections, the Madras High Court dismissed all the petitions against the proposed Legislative Council elections. The MGR abolished a Legislative Council in the state in 1986. Now, the efforts of the DMK regime to bring back the council towards the end of its tenure is seen by the opposition as a design to extend its influence over the next government.
There were a batch of 4 writ petitions, few challenging the validity of Tamil Nadu Legislative Council Act 2010, and there were writ petitions challenging the validity of the presidential notification dated 30/9/2010 delimiting the constituencies. There are few other teachers have filed it saying that the middle school teachers should be included, and there are other writ petitions with regard to exclusion of panchayats from the electoral college. All these writ petitions have been dismissed. They have held that the act is valid.
We are preferring an appeal in the Supreme Court against the first bench of Madras High Court judgment in regarding the MLC election case of Tamil Nadu.
Now, moving forward, when it was launched with the price tag of just 1 lakh rupees, the Tata Nano was tipped to be a game changer in the passenger car segment. But now, when the auto industry has revved up, the Nano has lost out massively to other brands. But surprisingly, another dark horse from the Tata stable has outperformed itself and is turning on the heat on its competitors. Let's take a look. In the volumes-driven auto industry, the Nano may have fallen behind, but Tata Ace, a light commercial vehicle, is turning out to be a big performer in the market.
Tata Ace பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் வந்து சர்வீஸ் வந்து நாங்க அதிகமா கொடுக்கிறோம். அந்த Tata Ace பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் கஸ்டமருக்கு கால் பண்ணி அதிகமா சர்வீஸ் கொடுக்கிறதுனால இன்னும் அதிக சேல்ஸ் பண்றதுக்கு நாங்க ஆசைப்படுறோம். சோ மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் வந்து ஃப்ரீயா இருக்கும். லோ காஸ்ட் பிரைஸ் கம்பேர்ட் டு அதர் வெஹிக்கிள். அதனால வந்து ஃப்ரீயா சேல்ஸ் பண்ணலாம் இன்னும்.
Now, the sales of the Tata Ace stood at an impressive 1.6 lakh units in the previous fiscal year, that's 2009-2010, and it is expected to climb by 57% to over 2.5 lakh units in this fiscal year of 2010-2011. On the other hand, remember the fanfare with which the Nano was launched last year? But instead of piling on the numbers like the pinch hitters in our ODIs, the entire game seems to have collapsed. Look at the numbers. Well, the numbers read like an obituary here. In successive months where the Indian auto industry posted record numbers, the Tata Nano has been posting records of a different kind following consecutively for each and every month. But the biggest blow came to the Tata Nano in November when the sales fell by as much as 85% to just 509. This even as the sales of exotic cars made record highs. Now, here's a case in point. Mercedes, synonymous with luxury, with opulence, symbolic of the premium segment, registered better numbers in November than the Tata Nano. With the on-road price ranging between 1.3 to 1.8 lakhs, the Laktakia tag is soon lost.
If the difference between the Nano and the next segment is not too significant, let's say if the difference is only 25,000 or 50,000, people will not be really worried about that. They'll ready to invest and go to that product.
But importantly and very interestingly, the closest competitor, Maruti Alto, has far outperformed and outpaced its competitor, the Nano. However, while the Nano has become an also-ran, the Ace has turned out to be a trump card and has emerged as a real standout story. In Chennai, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu. And some national news, talks between Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao have ended with a joint statement that refers to the need to implement all relevant UN resolutions, in particular the UNSC Resolution 1267, which lists the JUD, L45T and Hafiz Saeed as terrorists. Now, till recently, China was resisting adding the JUD to the list, and so its mention in the joint statement is definitely being seen as a small step forward. However, government sources say for over a year now, China has not supported adding Masood Azhar to that list, reflecting a big change in their public position and what is actually implemented. There is also no change in China's position for a permanent seat for India at the UN. Repeating their old, rather vague stand, the statement says that China supports India's aspirations to play a greater role in the US, including the Security Council. China welcomes India's election to non-permanent membership. Now, the two countries have also decided to create a mechanism for regular visits by the heads of states and have opened the hotline between the two prime ministers. Now, they have also set a huge trade target of $100 billion by 2015. Now, watch out for some fiery action off the big screen. We get you a sneak peek into the biggest releases this weekend. Watch out for that on the other side.